Astronaut Anne McClain's ex-wife is sentenced to prison for falsely accusing her of committing a crime in space. And no, we're not kidding. Summer Heather Worden was sentenced to 3 months in federal prison after falsely accusing McClain of illegally accessing her bank account while in space back in 2019, per a February 12th press release from the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of Texas. She pled guilty in November 2025 to lying to law enforcement. The release also stated that the 51-year-old will also face 2 years of supervised release and have to pay $210,000 in restitution. Worden had alleged that McClain, with whom she shares a son, had, quote, guessed her password and illegally accessed her bank account while in space on the International Space Station in July 2019 while they were going through a divorce, per the release. The U.S. Attorney's Office said even after an internal investigation exonerated the former spouse, Worden continued promoting the false claim to news outlets and hired a media consultant to amplify the claim. The evidence further showed Worden publicly released her former spouse's personal information. Upon investigation, it was revealed that Worden first opened the bank account in question in April 2018, with both her and McClain having access to it until Worden changed the credentials in January 2019. Not only that, but investigators also determined Worden had granted her spouse access to her bank records, including login credentials, as early as 2015. McClain, who married Worden in 2014, had previously spoken out about the allegations, saying she was simply managing their family's finances and that Worden was aware of what she was doing. McClain said in a statement to the New York Times in November 2025, Ms. Worden intentionally and with full knowledge of the truth presented a story to federal investigators and to the media with the intention of harm. From the outset, there was no evidence supporting her claims and overwhelming evidence disproving them. As I continue my public service, I remain committed to the values that have defined my career and which held up under the closest scrutiny.